Lights head coach and manager Wynalda. Now, today, the select a seat event.
Right.
Can you kind of talk about the turnout and the fans?
It's really cool to see. I think today was all about the fans and just letting them come out. Gives me an opportunity to meet everybody. And you know, it's been cool to hear their stories about the games and changing their seats. People, their families are growing and they're having kids, so they have to maybe move their seats. But we're growing in numbers and it's strong. So it's a really good opportunity again to come out and meet everybody, let them see the field, and give them an update on where the team is. So it's all good news.
Now, how has your transition been?
So clearly we had some tragedy happen in my hometown in Thousand Oaks, starting with the shooting at the borderline, which was about 1.5 miles from my home, and then the fires, which started thereafter and took my house. Luckily, my family was able to get out, and everyone is safe. And if there's anybody out there that's worried about it, don't be. We were well insured, and we're going to be fine. We'll rebuild and relocate to Vegas. But keep those people who did lose family members in your prayers. We still certainly are. It's been a rough week for my hometown, and we'll get through it. We'll persevere, but it's something that's affected me to a certain extent. But being able to be here and be around this new project has really been a great distraction.
Now, when do you think you guys will be moving here?
So that's it's funny how that works when your house burns down. You think that maybe, I guess, that handled the whether we're going to move or not situation with the wife. And any husband who's ever tried to talk their wife into moving knows what I'm going through. But look, my wife was out here for a week with the kids. We were really fortunate. We stayed at Tahiti Village, which is like a vacation to the kids. But my wife was really introduced to this city for the first time, and it only took about a week, and she got back to me and said, look, I think I can live here, which is a testament to Vegas and what it's become, the strength of the community, the outpouring support that we've gotten, old friends that still live in Henderson and Summerlin, and she's actually really looking forward to moving out here. So we'll let the kids get out of school. I'll start with the team, and then come June and July, we'll put the family all back together.
Came about,
yeah.
And how Brett reached out to you.
So it's a funny story. Brett and I don't think I was on his radar in the beginning, mainly because there was the assumption that I was going to continue to do television. I've been wanting to coach for a long time. I reached out to my agent, and I told him, look, I'm in August I'd like to move away from doing television anymore, and he connected us. We had a couple of meetings, sat right up there, and talked about it. It was like something out of the movie Moneyball, and we just hit it off. And I think once I was able to convey my message and my plan, it just fit. Our personalities are a little different, but we still see a lot of the things that are important the same way. And I think that's going to make a very good mix when we build this team, we grow this community and this soccer fan base that already exists. So we're both really looking forward to the relationship.
Now, what was your initial reaction to getting the job?
You know what, it's a good question, because it was surreal. I've always wanted an opportunity like this, and when it happened, I almost went numb. I just, because it was really emotional. I know that this is kind of what I've always wanted to do. Somebody said to me that the secret to life is to find out what you're really great at and give it away. And that message meant a lot to me too, because this is something that I want to be great at, and this is something that I think I have a lot to offer. So I'm going to pour my heart and soul into it, and that's something I've never been able to do before. So it's wait and see how this goes, but I'm pretty excited about the potential here.
Now, what kind of a culture do you hope to kind of make the team?
Well, from the look of things right now, our team looks like the United Nations. We're all over the place, but that's just when you put together a team like this, and just the diversity of this town alone, there's so much potential here already, not just in the Hispanic community, but in some of the schools and the kids that play at a high level here. So there's that component of it, and then there's the outreach that comes with scouting. So right now we have a very diverse team, and expect them to be very young, very talented, and fast. That's our team is going to be able to deal with the heat, but we're going to play a style that people can appreciate.
Can you kind of talk a bit about the scouting process?
So I scout players in a different way. I don't wait for the Major League Soccer to spit out the players that didn't make it. I don't go to the Division I games as much as I go to the City College games. I don't count out kids that have circumstances that are affecting their lives that prevent them from being on somebody else's radar. So I'll go places where other people won't go, and I've had great success in that. It's hit or miss, but the reality is it's such a great feeling when you find a young, talented player with immense potential who isn't even aware of how good they are, and to offer them an opportunity to play at the professional level. Again, I've done this in the past. I guess that was the testing ground in Atlanta, but we sent 7 or 8 kids to their national teams, and nobody knew who these kids were before. So I think it'll work again. Vegas is a great draw. A lot of players want to come here. It's like recruiting at a college. It's a great place, and they want to be here. So we've already had some enormous success identifying some players that no one knows about that will be coming here next year.
So will there be a lot of changes?
Yeah, so that's the other part of it. There was a lot of issues in the defense last year. We'll be making those announcements, but expect changes on the defensive side of things. We're already in negotiations with strengthening the defensive side of the game. But with that being said, I think there's going to be a lot of new faces to learn, a lot of new names on the back of those shirts, and I think that'll be a good thing. There is some talent that I really felt could help this team going forward that's still here. Those are ongoing conversations, but there'll be some familiar faces, but a lot of new faces as well.
And for the fans, when can they expect those announcements to be made?
First of December. It'll start coming in a wave, but and that'll be letting everybody know who's not going to be here, and then immediately thereafter we're going to start releasing the names of the new players that we've signed. We already have I would say 10 to 11 new players on our list, and negotiations look good, so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I think we'll be making some announcements in the next 2 weeks.
And for you as a coach, what are the most important things for you as far as like your mission statement?
Well, just building a club and a team that's going to represent this city well. And I'm big on character. I'm big on personality. I think a lot of times players will be put into a spot where they've been told that they're cut or they're not good enough because they're too brash or too volatile. Look, I lived that. That was me as a player, so my understanding of the process is important. But I think, look, this team needs to understand that this is a wonderful opportunity to do something great in the community, and not only that, but to also be a career builder. If they end up going somewhere else, we will shake their hand, pat them on the back, and go find another one. But the truth is, we want to be successful, and we want to be successful in a hurry. And I think we're really close to being there already.
Now, what did you think of the team's inaugural season?
On the fan side, I thought it was great. I mean, I think the attitude and the enthusiasm. I think when you're looking at a city as a testing ground, maybe to see if soccer is going to work, I think Brett Lashbrook has proven that it will work here. I'd like to think that he hired me to put a winning product on the field to connect all the dots. So I think the fact that we've got a great fan base and we have the potential to have a great team could be a really good recipe for success.
And lastly, do you have any words for the fans?
Oh, just keep supporting this team. We're not going to let you down. It's going to be a fun ride. We've said in the past that you already threw a party, but we're going to throw a party on the field and make you proud. That'll be the deal we make.